afternoon, everyone. Hello, welcome to 4 p.m. Welcome to Mona, if you've never been here before, indeed. My name is Dean Stevenson, and I am the 4 p.m. guy. And every day I'm graced with 4 musicians, not always the same musicians, but certainly the same instruments. Every day where I must write a new piece of music for them, which they haven't really seen yet. They're now looking at it, and we're going to put it together for the first time in front of you. I was reading, interestingly, early this morning about potentially what most people think about art is that what people think about what it's like to be an artist. To be an artist probably is something quite free. It's like you're the master of your own destiny. You can just sort of do whatever you like, as opposed to doing something that seems like it's more closely associated with labour, a job. Even if it's like digging holes or doing spreadsheets, it might still be labour oriented. But art, you do whatever the fuck you want. Anything you want, all the time. This idea of free. This guy here, he just did that. It's amazing. And then if you have a life that you might consider closer to labour than art, every now and again you might pick up a pencil and either to write something or draw something, and then you just hover over the page for ages going, I can't think of anything. And then suddenly you this whole existential crisis around what you can and can't do and how brave you are and haven't got any good ideas. The idea that you don't have any ideas at all is rubbish. You've always got an idea. It's just the ability to put whatever dumb idea you've got down, just do that and just to see how it goes. That was my premise to Mona about 4 p.m. I would show up every day that the museum is open and produce something. Often it's adequate, sometimes terrible, sometimes we all go, fuck, that was a good one, where'd that come from? No idea. And I've been doing it now for this is the 462nd day. So it's right. You've been here since day 1, haven't you? Yeah.
Yes, day 0.
Day 0. That's right, we did a trial. Actually true, because I say in the book, there's a book about it, my journals. And I confess actually that prior to day 1 or even day 0, I'd never actually tried to write a full piece in a day. As a commissioned writer, you're used to saying, you've got 6 weeks, 6 months to write it, sure, or it'll take all that time to put a symphony together or a movie or whatever it is, but you never go, a day. I'll see if I can finish something that's adequate to perform in front of people. Anyway, never tried it. Got to day 1 and went, fuck. Anyway, here we are, 462, no one's died yet. So let's have a go at today's piece. Now, I'm a guy, I'm a white guy, grew up in Melbourne, came here. I don't know much about other places in the world in terms of the ones that aren't having a very nice time at the moment. I have nothing to say because I have no experience or no privilege of being able to. But as an artist, I suppose what we can do is just, stare wistfully into the middle distance and create something that might be our best approach at putting our shoes into a place or wearing the suit of somebody else not having a very nice day against their will. We can just come to a museum. How lucky are we? We can just go to the bar and get a drink. We can just go home and my bed's cozy and warm and I know where my bed is and it will still be there tomorrow. Amazing. That's a bit of privilege. So what I thought today, as I hold those kind of rough thoughts in mind, there are some things that connect us, and I wonder if we look up into the celestial sky, whether we see things like the moon. They see the same moon that we see. So there are a whole bunch of connecting things. It looks exactly the same to them as what it does to us, but everything on the ground is so different. So that was my thinking today. Moon, and that's the same moon. Anyway, there's the screen. You can see my score. There's a paper copy of today's piece there. We're about to start to put today's piece together, and the ensemble for today: Miranda, Phoebe, Anna, and Alex. Okay. There's a few little melodies that I hope this also attaches a bit to yesterday's. That they're kind of, so maybe they could go back to back. It's not the same, but I don't know why I thought that. Yes. It's so I'm thinking like smoky, quite a transparent, sawdust. It's sort of it's the kind of thing that I'll give you a little example about how I spend my day. It's in A minor. Let's just say, can you just play me a A C E A, please? Just hold that. A minor chord. Good. And now can you play the E and you play the A? They're the same 4 notes, but it's a different feeling. Now can you play the C and you play the A? The same 4 notes. So that's my job, is to go, there's a certain way of playing a chord, for example, where everyone goes, oh, cool, that's the sit down chord. That's the lock the door, feet up, I'm home chord. But then you do things like, for example, give the bass note a different note in the chord, and you're like, I'm not quite sure I'm home. It sounds familiar, but that was my job, to kind of give it a key centre, A minor, but then not really let it kind of rest for too long anywhere in particular. Let's see how successful I was. Played this before, and that was their first time, so that's very good. It's not so much playing the notes, it's knowing what to do with them, and like I can see them all. You can watch their body language. They all go like, "We'll make them cry now." Very nice. We'll talk about the tempo when we get to the end. I'm making notes. What did I have to say? So it's a bit like a kind of a rusty squeeze box, in a way. So that's what as well as that's subtle.
Wondering, like, the bar before A, you've got forte there. But I was wondering if this time we could try it, just getting to sort of mezzo piano, mezzo forte, and then the forte is at B, like, rather than giving it away.
Don't give it away too early. Fucking make them wait.
Keep it,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it. Okay.
Just got a bit loud too soon.
Cool. Good. Same again. Maybe just up just a tad, do you think?
Yeah,
tempo-wise?
just a tiny.
E. Such a simple little melody. That's all it is. Yeah. Easily. Do you have any questions at all?
I think it's all good.
All good, all good, all good. I had a thing about whether a G, whether ba-da-da comes in too early. Maybe it should be an extended holding the A for another bar. I don't know. We'll come back to that one.
Do you want
some? Now, what I've kind of done here is you can. I'll explain what I've done. You can when you go to the ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, and then obviously E, F, it gets a little bit busier every time. I wonder whether I'm putting too many, like an F, are there too many notes in it? It's like I just should. I'm asking, am I trying to embellish it too much?
No, I think that was good.
Or should I just keep it?
Keep
okay.
as much embellishment.
Much embellishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like E the same as an A, where we're peaking a bit later?
Yes, I think so. Yes, a good idea. Yes, absolutely. So peaking F. Yep, E
And when you said push bars, did you mean sort of tempo-wise?
Well, the two is just a bit of a nudge in body. Yeah. Is everyone okay? Where's your friend? He was queuing. I think he's made friends at the bar. Has everyone got a drink? No, okay. I've got a drink. If anyone has any questions at all, you want to have a chat about this or that, or ask Alex the question: Why is the cello shiny? Why is it shiny?
Because it wants to.
Because it wants to be.
Varnish.
Yeah. Think about it. And just raise your hand. All good for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can try from...
So E goes up to second is mezza.
Yep.
Yep.
And then right back at G. So
Right
like
back.
D crescendo into G even as well? Like
Should into G, yep, we'll do that.
just
yep.
maybe that.
Yes, that's a good idea. The
do
leading
build
bar to
that.
G is actually getting quieter.
Yep.
Yes, good.
We try from 2 before F maybe?
2 before F. Yep. Here we go. Anna's got a pencil. We should have made this usually a drinking game. If you choose someone and you have a drink every time they touch the pencil. I forgot to tell you that. Just have a drink anyway. Thank you. The more you drink, the better it will sound. The more likely I am to get an emotive response from them. I'll cry more with a glass of wine.
I was thinking the second bar of I,
yep.
upbeat into it. You've written an MP, but I was thinking maybe I stayed a bit louder than.
Okay. Yep.
Dip up, or do you want to try it really soft?
No, that's good. We can do it. I think let's do mezzo forte, everyone. Second bar of I.
At I, I've got a C, then a B sharp.
So you do have a C and a B sharp. That shouldn't be no C and a B sharp.
What would you like?
They're the same note. That's what I wrote. God damn it!
I'll do that.
Can you do?
No, there's a
C
C.
sharp?
C. That's two C naturals. C is a C G. There's a F. Oh fuck.
It's fine.
Skip it. Skip two C's.
C's.
Yeah.
I'll just keep it like that.
Wow.
Just play what's up there.
Exactly.
Sorry. F. Good. And okay. And then good. Let's go into. Let's go from H then. H, where we have the theme coming up. When I say transparent, there's a technique there is called saltasto. So if everyone plays H, just sort of nice and
But we
full.
should be under Phoebe.
Under Phoebe.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So this is the.
H.
Are we doing good sound or are we doing?
Just play
Ordinary.
full
Ordinary.
sound,
Yeah.
so people can see Ord. Right. That's the strong, fullest sound, and now they change the bow to go over the fingerboard, and it sounds like this. It's not just playing softer; it's a different texture altogether. See? Same melody, what a change it is with that texture on it. Menace all of a sudden. Now, that's the end. Whoa! It's up there, all the dogs are there right now. So it's really delicately. Now I didn't write trem. You started to do trem. Is that what
No,
felt?
you wrote trem.
Oh, sorry, I did write.
But I don't know how long we're supposed to do it for.
Yeah, probably maybe 4 bars from the end. Don't do it
Yeah,
when you start to go
just
up.
I was going to suggest we do
Yeah.
that.
Yep, so stop the trem
4
there.
bars?
Trem is when they do this quickly with the bow.
And is it just me still pont?
It's just you, yeah, not proper like
Yeah,
horrible, just a little bit.
But then maybe 4 bars from the end I'll do
Absolutely. Should we just do 4 bars from the end? And then I have a choose your own adventure ending for the people at home. Let's do as written 4 bars from the end, shall we?
Yep.
Now, given that you've just heard the whole piece rehearsed and that's the last, can we do the same, but on the last bar, can you play an F sharp, please? F sharp.
Classic.
All right?
Yeah.
Same 4 bars? End on a major chord.
Liked it.
Smiley, smiley, or end on the sad motherfucker, everyone's going to die chord? Which one do you prefer? Sad, you sad motherfucker. Yes, sad, die. Just knew it. Great.
I guess it's up to me.
It's up to you then. Yeah. It is. You're the only one.
How I feel.
You're the only one because it's in A minor and C, but then it goes to E in the middle, but then it ends on a D, major or minor chord. We'll leave it to you to decide just if they're crying a lot, make it a major happy one. Right. Any questions? Any you good?
All good.
Okay.
Are you happy with that tempo we got? I mean, we'll probably be slow at the end, but maybe we'll start off a bit fast.
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go. Now we're going to run it all the way through. Now here's the piece. Day 460. What?
I was probably
Two.
talking around a bit.
No, I should know.
Under the same slow moon. Any questions, anyone? Anyone got anything they want to ask or say? Or he's back. Right. You don't need me, do you?
There's just Phoebe's got one
Question is
52.
52. Yep.
I'm just checking the last note. Do you want it to be a G or do you want it to be an A?
You wanted the G?
G.
You like the G?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Tick.
Okay. Here we go. Day 462. Miranda, Happy Phoebe, Anna, Alex, you saved us all. There it is, that's the day's piece, and tomorrow's a brand new piece of stuff. So 4 p.m. is about mostly, I don't know, there's a spreadsheet, they're not all good. That was quite nice, that was a nice little world to live in. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. We make albums about the ones we love. There's download codes in a little envelope there for 3 albums or CDs. This is a book of my diaries of 150 consecutive days. If you want to know what it's like inside my brain, you can buy it. You can buy my brain. It's also all the live music is accessed through there. We do record everything. There's a Patreon page and a live stream. There's a whole bunch of ways to check in with this idea of just of constant creativity. Just because you feel kind of good. It's very naive of me to say I think I understand the world better when I write music. It's the dumbest claim ever, but it's true because I just feel good about myself when I'm writing. I'm probably my most open. And that works for me. So there you go. That's it. 4 p.m. We probably haven't enough time to play it again. We'll play it one more time, a little quicker. Let's play it quicker. Let's play it quicker. Let's play it quicker.
Packing it up, see.
Just to see what it feels like. And if you want to come have a chat with me about any of the recordings or the book, or just have a chat, ask a question, come and have a chat. What do they play today? A bit quicker, see how it feels. Thank you. Miranda, Phoebe, Anna, Alex, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Dean. Come and have a chat. That's 4 p.m. for today. Have a lovely week. Ta-da.